I always keep on saying this. Your perception needs to be extremely close to what the reality is. If I want to say a person, what is what how will you identify a person has a good and sound mental health? When that person's perception about their own self, about their surroundings, is extremely close, or even it is the actual reality, means the person is able to see things as they are without any distortions, without any cognitive distortions, if I want to use the correct technical word. So you have to consistently, train your mind, your thought process, your thinking patterns, your way of looking at life, so that your perception, whatever you're perceiving, whether it is you're perceiving about your own self, you're perceiving about your immediate surroundings, about your far surroundings, whatever is your perceptions, whatever you are perceiving is the reality itself. Means you know the truth. If you look at a particular situation, you have that ability to understand what is the truth. Even though it will take a lot of time, but you know the truth. I'm not saying that for you need to be an investigative officer, you need to look at investigations. That is a different skill set. Just you leading your normal life. Whenever you come across any situations, whether it is in your personal life, whether it is in your professional life, or etc. So you will be able to understand, okay, this is the situation, this is what the reality is, so that even you will be able to understand your immediate people with whom you're interacting with whom you're conversing with. You will be able to understand those people correctly. You will be able to understand their perception. And you will be able to understand, first of all, your own perception about them. And again, the entire surroundings that is surrounding that, that you are in. It is extremely important in the field of mental health. And okay, let's not even talk about mental health. It is extremely important in whatever areas, in whatever scenarios, uh, in whatever professional or personal zone you are in. If your perception is not close to the reality, you will frequently end up misjudging people, misjudging your own self, first of all, and misjudging people. You will frequently end up missing opportunities. You might frequently end up creating unnecessary chaos in your own mind, because in whatever way you are looking at a situation, it is wrong. Even if a situation is simple, because of your thinking and thought process, you might make it unnecessarily complex, or vice versa. If a situation is complex, if a situation is not that easy, but you are thinking it is very simple and it is very easy, again you might fall into trouble. So the bottom line is, you again need to train your mind. You need to learn and have this ability, so that your perception is extremely close, or better, it is the reality itself. And it is not a one day thing. Means, suppose out of 100 situation, it's not easy that 100 out of 100 situations you will be able to perceive it exactly correctly. or means absolutely accurately you will be able to perceive it. It's not easy. Very few people does that, but I'm not telling you to go to that stage in which whatever situation, like if in a month you are coming across 200 to 300 situations, various situations, and in every situation 300 out of 300 you are having exactly the idea what is going on. I'm saying it needs to be close, means to the reality, means at least out of, you should have a 85 to 90% you know success ratio, right? At least 85 to 90% of the important situations you should be able to understand what the reality is. Many a cases it's easy. If the situation is very easy, it's very easy for you to understand then what the reality is. But the challenging times actually occurs when a situation is complex or a situation is very critical. Then you need to, then your this ability of understanding what it is, what you are actually landing yourself into, what is there in front of you. If you have that ability to understand it very correctly, then I think you are doing a fantastic job. All the top business leaders, okay, let's put it in this particular way. All the people who are extremely successful in whatever avenues they are in their life, might be personal, might be professional, it's because over a period of time they have trained their mind in such a way that most of the time they are able to understand what the reality is, if it is at least relating to their business, to their personal life, or many, if in case any other areas, right? People who are successful, who are who are extremely successful, right? That is the only way if I want to express it. The only thing that they do very well is their perception is most of the time extremely close, or it is actually the reality. That is why they are able to understand themselves and the people very accurately. And this is why such people, they are able to take very correct decisions and on time decisions. So this can only happen when your perception is close or is equal to the reality. It is not a one-day process. And it doesn't happen automatically, at least according to me. You need to train your mind. You need to, in various ways, like if you ask me, there is mindfulness approach. You can do meditation, you can do introspection, and other things are also there, by the help of which you will be able to train your subconscious mind and also your unconscious mind. So consciously, in a way, you are aware about your subconscious and your unconscious, right? If I want to tell you in a very simple way. So it's high time for you to go into this journey where you train your mind. Mind means what? Your beliefs, your thought process, your thinking patterns, your way of interpreting events in your life, your functioning, like how you are linking whatever you're seeing, how your senses are linking information to your brain, right? Basically how you're interpreting things. Okay, let's keep it simple. So you have to sharpen all this so that most of the time, right, at least this is what should be your vision. Most of the times you will be able to again exactly analyze and identify what the situation really and actually is. You will not be making mistakes in misjudging, misidentifying, or doing some wrong perception about events, your surroundings, and also about yourself. All right. I have written some articles about this. Is your perception the reality? How you can strengthen your perception, how you can train your unconscious mind. What is your unconscious mind? So I have written various articles, various ways which can enable you to achieve this state, that is sharpening and making your perception very accurate. I will highly advise and highly recommend you, suggest you, if you can go through those articles. It is in my website, livingvirtuously.in. I'll share the link in the description of this video so that you will be able to browse any articles. I call them self-therapy articles. Why? Because you yourself can do your own self-therapy. Means it's all about enabling your emotional and mental well-being. And what is the outcome of it? Your perception will slowly become more accurate, more strong. All right. So you can read those articles, whatever fancies your attention. But I will suggest you can read all of my articles. It's extremely useful and super helpful. All right. So that was it in this video. This is what I wanted to convey through this video. Take care and have a nice day.